Hey there, everybody. Hey, how you doing? Happy last day of August. It's over. Yay. August was a long month. I'll get to that in a minute. While we're waiting on people to join, reminding you that my website is coopedup.com. I randomly post things there. If you are on other social channels, I'm Cooped Up is my handle in most places. I would love a follow, particularly on Instagram. And wherever you are watching or listening to this, because the audio from this also gets broadcast on most of the major podcasting platforms, click the bell or whatever their mechanism is to let you know that I am here and live or posting shit. Hey, Mama, good to see you. Carrie's there too. Hey, peace out, August. My goodness. So August has been it's always a long month. It's hot. There's no holidays during it. There's just a bunch going on. Like, it's not a great month, honestly. Unless your birthday is this month, you don't really like August that much, right? But so much happened this year. So we came back from vacation and went to my in-laws' house. Got COVID. Little thing got COVID. Suffered for that. Kids took their first unaccompanied flights and the drama that was with that. School started up. What else? There's just lots going on. And I've actually thought today was Wednesday. All day I thought it was Wednesday. And it's only Tuesday. But it's over now. So maybe this will mean this is the signal that like this weekend is kind of the unofficial end of summer, right? Like the last Friday before Labor Day. And then we'll get into the role of the fall activities. I love the fall and the winter because that's when all of like the holidays start hitting. It's Halloween, Thanksgiving, all the Christmas decorating before Thanksgiving because turkey tastes better with tinsel, and Christmas and New Year's, and just everything just starts to roll up. And I love this part of the year that we're going into. So, but a really, really long month. Bentley is asking, how did the kids do on the flight? They did very well. So they fly a lot anyway. So with us, obviously. So it wasn't like it was a foreign concept of like where to go, what to do, sit down. Is the plane crash before or after you take off? Like that sort of thing. So there wasn't really any fear or anything like that, or uncertainty even in their minds. It was more just that it was the first time that they've done it and that they were coming home to two dads that both either had or had just recovered from COVID. And but American Airlines, and I assume all the airlines do this, but American did a fantastic job. You pay for it. It's $150, and it's $150, and you can have as many siblings as possible. And they assign someone to get your kid from the gate. You have to take your kid to the gate through security. You get a special pass. Take them, put them on the plane first together. They have blocks on the seats. They try to put them near the back where the flight attendants are, all that kind of stuff. Put the kids back there, make sure that they're okay, and then check on them throughout the flight. And then the kids are the last ones off the plane. They get taken off specially at the end and brought back, and then you have to meet them there. As someone picking them up, you are in the system as you're allowed to go through security, and you do, and all that kind of stuff. So it was a piece of cake. And the kids actually got treated really well. They got first-class meals. So I don't know if that's normal or not, but there had been so many delays and cancellations and such. That was the drama of the day. There was like 4 cancellations that day. They were on the fourth flight. They had 3 cancellations. Small details. And the flight attendants were like, "Y'all hungry?" And they were like, "We're a little bit." And so they just brought them each a first-class meal, just 2 big trays of stuff. I'm sure the people around it were like, "What the hell?" But they did well. Got in at like 11 o'clock at night, though. That was the hardest part. DFW airport is weird that late at night. By the way, do you see my guest today? I have done everything I can to get rid of him, it. But Mr. Pimple there, it's not going away. None of my tricks are working. Hot compress, cold, the salicylic acid. Hopefully this is not a long-term visit, but there we go. Are zits one of the signs that you're getting over COVID? I feel like I'm breaking out I've got a zit in my eyebrow right now too, like an ingrown hair and some other stuff. And last night, my pimple identifies as they and them. Exactly. Michelle's recommending toothpaste. I'll have to give that a try because I have a lot of other things that I've tried. So last night I was in bed, asleep, fully asleep at 8:30 last night, maybe 8:45, but around then. The kids don't even go to bed till 9. Everyone's been I've done it like 2 nights in a row. Everyone's been making fun of me, but I just have not gotten my stamina back after having had COVID. And by the end of the day, at least I'm not getting exhausted during the day anymore. That was the worst, when you're just like doing something normal and then just zonked out. At least it's waiting until the end of the day. But I'm just like, we'll be downstairs and I'm starting to doze off, or I'm just like, bitches, I'm going to bed. And then I'll pop an ashwagandha gummy. By the way, sleep like Carrie. How are you sleeping with that? And Monica, I think you're taking it too now. Makes me fall asleep like that. And then I also take a CBD pill. I've lowered my CBD from 2 pills to just 1 since I'm taking ashwagandha. Sleeping like a dead person, loving it. Sometimes I actually have not even been waking up at like 2 a.m. to pee. Last night I woke up at this morning rather, I woke up at like 5 a.m, but I was about to wet the bed. But like I was so asleep that I was not even waking up by that. So Monica's saying she's sleeping great. And Carrie is saying toothpaste will help dry it out. It has to be the white pasty toothpaste. Mine's whitening, and I think it's pasty. I don't know. And Monica's saying, don't let them make fun. We are in bed by 8:30 daily. So it's not unusual for me to go to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. But then I end up getting sucked into the TikTok time loop or something else. And it's still like 10:30, 11 before I fall asleep. I was like asleep, like lights out last night at 8:30. Hey, Sandy. Good to see you. Mr. Pimpleton, Monica is naming my guest host today. So this morning, I don't know if Eric is watching, but Eric inspired me to do something today. So Eric posted that he had this like Pyrex measuring cup that he got from his late mother, and he's been cooking so much that I think the handle broke or chipped. Something happened with the handle. I can't remember the specifics. It happened yesterday. I should remember, but I have no memory for shit lately. But I was thinking, you know what? I need to replace my measuring cups because I have plastic measuring cups, and they were great and all. But now that the kids are doing the dishes, they end up putting stuff on the lowest rack and all that kind of stuff. Well, the handles both have come off. They were glued on, and the glue is melted, and so you have to hold them, and they're just starting to look gross anyway. They're ancient. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go get some glass measuring cups. And so I decided I was going to go to North Park this morning and get them at the Williams-Sonoma there. Because I knew they would have them and all of that. And got strangely inexpensive. So I got a 4-cup one, because I have a 1-cup one already. I got a 4-cup one and a 2-cup one. Each of them were $8, $7.99 and $8.99 or something. Was shocked. Carrie is saying, "Oh my God, it's the worst when your favorite measuring cup breaks." Yeah, you're showing some sympathy with Eric there. But they're really great. They were Anchor something brand. They didn't have like Pyrex. Their brand is something different that they had for it, but it was great. But the funniest thing, like cringeworthy thing, happened while I was there. So, it seems like every fucking store, every restaurant, everywhere you go now, they're asking you to round up your amount for a chosen charity or donate an extra amount for some sort of charity, whatever, right? Everyone's doing it. I've gotten over saying no, because I would be giving constantly to everybody, right? And I already give a shit ton of money to people. But so I'm there, and our Williams-Sonoma it's got like a square center that is 3 sides of it are cash wrap, and then one side is like a display. And so they were checking people out at the different places, and you can kind of hear the conversations going on at the other registers. Well, I'm checking out, and I had just gotten past the, do you want to donate to feeding hungry kids or something like that, right? And I was like, not today. Just boop. And technically, you don't even have to answer them. There's a button on the screen that tells you how much you want to do. You could say, yeah, I'm going to donate $5,000 and hit $2, and that would be your choice, right? But I was just like, nope, and didn't do it. So I'm listening. This is where it gets cringeworthy. I'm listening to this other woman who gets asked the exact same question. Would you like to donate? Would you like to donate, make a donation to feeding hungry kid, or No Kid Goes Hungry, I think is the name of it. No Kid Goes Hungry. The money stays locally, blah, blah, blah. And so the woman answers her. She's like, no, not today. We've decided that all of our gifts right now are going to go towards, what did she say? She said, oh, all of our donations are going towards hurricane relief. That's what all of our donations are going to. Right. And totally like virtue signaling and all this kind of stuff. And the cash register lady, she was like, oh, that's interesting. Who are you giving to? And the woman says, oh, we've chosen some local charities that we're going to give to. Right. So, so there's that. Right. And she said, some local charities. The cash register lady does not let up. She's not grilling her or anything, but she's like, oh, I'm from New Orleans, or I'm from Louisiana too. Like, what local charities are there? Like, I'm interested in knowing how I can support locally this stuff. The woman starts stammering. She was totally lying about this whole thing. Because she would, if it was so important to her and all that, she would have at least been like, she could have said at least, oh, there's one in Houma, or there's one in Baton Rouge, or you know, that kind of thing. You know, that even if she didn't know the actual name. But the lady, she suddenly was just like, and it was so, oh my God. I usually get embarrassed about stuff like that, but not in this case. In this case, that woman had it coming to her because she could have just said no. She did not have to let her weak ass self-esteem come in like she was being judged for not making a donation to some random charity, which I'm sure it does great work. Carrie is saying No Kid Hungry, always in September. And it's on the Trisha Yearwood spatulas, which I own. So I have given to it. But the Trisha Yearwood spatula is so cute. It's got X's and O's on it, like the song. But the woman was just like, I was just like, oh, I want to see how this ends. But yeah, she could have just said no and been done with it. Or she could have just looked at the screen and hit no. The cash register lady doesn't actually care that much, right? And they get told no all the time. It's not their money. It's like just the need to create this storyline that then just falls like a house of cards when the slightest inquisition is made about it. So, did you see that Tabitha Brown has a spatula with Donna on it? It sold out the first day. I did not. No, I don't go in there. It's on your Trisha Yearwood spatula. So yes, through Williams-Sonoma, you gave. I know exactly. That's what I'm saying. But I'll do the roundup thing. I think I did it this morning. I think that like if the bill was $16.90, they rounded up to 17 and give that 10 cents. But here's the thing on that. So everyone is doing it, right? And it's wonderful for the world that we're collecting donations, and maybe this is the main way people support these organizations. But how do the donations actually work? Like, there's something to it that just is sitting weird to me, and I don't know why. And I'm not accusing anyone of anything. There's just something that smells. Well, I can't really smell very well, but under normal circumstances doesn't pass the smell test for me. For example, if I give $20 over the course of the year, and company Tom Thumb, Williams-Sonoma, Pizza Hut, whoever they're all doing it. Walmart, they give a gift. they then get the tax deduction, don't they? Like that's so you would think that like they would collect millions of dollars for charity. Granted, they probably have to claim it as income, but then they get to write it off also, right? Anyway, it's just weird, just a weird way. I mean, I like meeting people where they are. I'm not criticizing it at all. This is not judgmental. I'm just analyzing the situation. Let's put it that way. Mom is saying, always be prepared. Know your lie. If there's anything that you need to learn in life, is if you're going to tell a lie, know your lie. Stick to your lie. Like keep it simple, first of all. So that woman's mistake was that she elaborated too much. She could have just said, I already have charities that I support. Or she could have said, we've decided on hurricane charities. And if she was asked which one, she would have said, oh, I don't know yet. But that's what we're doing, right? But know your motherfucking lie. That's particularly vulgar. But like, just know it. Like, know it like it's your truth. Really, really. I mean, I think there's a Queens of Comedy skit. I think it's Monique doing it, who's talking about Bill Clinton. You got to stick to your lie, man. We will believe in you. And then he's like, I didn't have sex with that woman. Well, maybe not sexual relations. Well, I don't know what. He's like, stick to your lie, man. So, Jackie is saying, my friend has metastatic breast cancer and also used to work for Susan G. Komen. And she said, you really have to pay attention to where you are donating because it can go to so many places that you don't think. Basically, companies can't always be trusted. Shocker. Mm-hmm. So, Monica's saying, or don't lie. I'm saying, I'm not saying lie. I'm not advocating for that. I'm just saying if lying makes you feel better in those situations than just saying no thank you, I have no problem saying no thank you. If telling a little white lie to make everybody feel good in that situation, just know your fucking lie. That's what it is. Exactly. It should be on a t-shirt. Know your motherfucking lie. Exactly. I think I saw a comment up higher. Monica's saying, I haven't seen a shit ton of money from you. I tried to take you to Disney before and you passed it up. Carrie's talking about the ashwagandha. I can't quite tell yet because I keep forgetting to take it twice a day. Do not do that. Do not. I know it says take it twice a day. It makes me so like relaxed and sleepy that I would just go take a nap. And I saw Tabitha Brown talking about this very thing. She was like, I took one in the morning and then I took a nap and I realized I need to take this only in the evenings. But yes, now that you pointed out sleeping longer before I get up to pee. Yes, it just gives me like a calm. But do not take it if you got shit to do, because I did that on the instructions. It says take twice a day, and I did it. And then sometimes I can't take two of them even. Like if I know I've actually been taking one and then my CBD also. So it's cricket time. I should cricket the know your motherfucking lie. Carrie is currently registering that domain. And then there's the 10 Commandments. Oh yeah. Oh, that's so old school, Old Testament school. Yeah, I'm not acknowledging your next comment, Monica. So do you take one in the morning and one in the evening? I haven't noticed no, I take two in the evening. Do not take ashwagandha unless you are ready to lay down in the bed. That is my experience with it. And that was Tabitha Brown's experience with it too. I will take two at night. No, I actually take two at night. I accidentally took three the other night. Holy Moses. I thought I was not going to wake up. I thought I was going to be Rip Van Winkle because they stick together funny. I take two red in the morning. This is what I do, what Monica does. Take two of the apple cider vinegar ones in the morning and two of the blue ones at night. I usually will also take, if I've had some wine, I will take some of the red ones at night to help with the processing of the sugars from the wine. And then I have the super fruit ones too that I take like at lunchtime, middle of the day as well. Yes. And she has registered the website. Oh, that's funny. But no, it will make you sleepy if you take it during the day. Or at the very least so relaxed you don't give a care. You're like, I got work to do. What's on TV? Oh, it's Price is Right. Let's watch some soaps. What else was I going to tell you all about that happened today? Oh, two other things. Man, I dropped my pen cap. There it is. So I stopped by Kiehl's because I need some more lotion and such. And as I'm checking out, the guy goes, "Hey, if you can wait until Thursday, everything is going 25% off on Thursday." He's like, "I can hold it for you. You can just call in and pay for it, or we can ship it to you or whatever." And I'm like, yeah, yeah. Because I was buying my lotion, which is like $58, face lotion, which lasts forever. It's a big one. And then also I was buying, they have this new one with retinol in it, like micro retinol. So it doesn't make you red. I was going to give that a try. Also, like, so I was spending like $120. So that right there is saving me like $30. That's my money. But I'm like, yes. But what would happen like in that situation? I mean, he may recognize me as a customer that I've been there before, but what if he didn't? And I was like a secret shopper or from corporate or something like that. Do they get in trouble for that sort of thing? Or do they think that that's good customer service? I could see both sides of that. So that was one thing that happened. And then the other interesting thing is, like, I go in at Nordstrom and then I just walked that one corridor I went to Kiehl's and I went to Williams-Sonoma, and there are one's at one end and one's at the other. On the way, so many stores, like high-end stores, had little paper signs on the door saying new temp hours or whatever. Due to staffing shortages, this is when we're going to be open. That sort of thing. I was like, wow. I mean, it's even affecting North Park. North Park seems to be like an alternative reality. With the masking, by the way, white people don't wear masks. I'm just going to say it. Like, there's so many just richy white people there, just not wearing a mask. Everybody, and I was wearing a mask. And I'm the one who needs it the least. I'm vaccinated and newly recovered, so I'm like immune. But I was wearing a mask too. But it was just crazy to me. But the thing about the stores, I'm like, crazy. And a lot of people blame that on the unemployment checks. I do not think that that's actually the case, and I think that's an easy thing to blame it on. And Monica's saying, I was going to ask about the hours. Their mall changed to 11 to 8. I was there right after I was there at like 10:30 or 10 o'clock. So they're already open at like 10 o'clock. But I think that they had lowered their hours during the pandemic to like 6. And I think they might be ooching it up again. But back to what I was saying on, a lot of people are saying it's because of the unemployment checks and such. But I actually don't think that that is actually the case, because now I get what you were saying about this. Mickey and his vibrator. Michelle, that's what she's saying. She said something yesterday about that. I just realized Mickey's shoes match his dildo. That's an old children's toothbrush thing, for those of you who don't know what that is. I might need to get that out of the shot, though, if I'm doing conference calls here, come to think of it. But the reason why, so my friends who own restaurants and retail establishments have said that the reason why they are having trouble with staffing is not the unemployment stuff. It is that because those two industries shut down wholly, pretty much, during the pandemic, that all of those people who worked in those industries went and got jobs in other industries that they actually enjoy better, that there's not the stress of dealing with bitchy ass customers or late nights or working with food or whatever, right? So they went and got like quote unquote normal jobs, and they don't want to come back to that lifestyle, because it's definitely a lifestyle if you work in either of those industries. So there's that. Those industries notoriously pay poorly. We do have about 700,000 fewer Americans in existence than we did 18 months ago. We can't forget that. And then also, what was my also? Still dealing with like foggy brain. Anyway, I don't remember what the rest of it. Oh, there's a lot of new jobs. That's what it is. Even if you still do work in retail, like there's so many new jobs that did not exist 18 months ago. Think about it. I don't go into a grocery store to buy my weekly groceries anymore. I might pop in for one thing here and there, but my weekly or semi-weekly grocery shopping, I do it online, and I just wheel my ass up to a parking lot or have it delivered. I don't go into the store anymore. So think of all the jobs that were created doing that, right? And they got to shop it. How many people touch my groceries while they're shopping it for me that didn't have to? And they didn't raise prices either. So, and I would much rather do the personal shopping job than the customer service job or cashier job or anything like that, or driver. Like I would rather drive someone's groceries around than, or Amazon or whatever. Amazon, they're doing pretty well too. Then deal with people who don't like their mocha served a certain way, frappuccino or whatever. So, anyway, I'm kind of running low on time here. What else did I have? Princess Diana died 24 years ago today. I cannot believe that. I still remember where I was when I found out, and watching the coverage live on CNN in 1997. That is crazy. And now there's this Kristen, or is it Kristen Stewart? Is that her name? I think that's her name. She's portraying her in a new movie that's coming out called Spencer, and that's Diana's maiden name. And then The Crown is about to start back up, and it's all about Princess Di right now. Isn't that interesting how it goes in waves? When then obviously the sons being married and having their schisms, and Harry dealing with kind of the same stuff. Yeah. And then I do have a pro tip for y'all. A lot of credit cards have started introducing a new benefit that they'll pay for your Clear membership. Clear is that thing where it's sort of like pre-check or all of those things, and it actually doesn't replace pre-check. It is where you can go and you skip the line and you just look at something and it scans your eyeballs, and then you're clear to go through security. You don't have to wait for that first person to clear you out of security. Well, a lot of credit cards, I have at least 2 credit cards now that have offered to pay for the fee for that each year. And it's up to $160. They'll pay $169 for that, because that's the actual price of that thing. But here's where the pro tip comes in. So, and also if you pair it with pre-check or global entry, which I have, you get the Clear line, you get to skip the first line, and then you go directly to the metal detector, and you go to the pre-check metal detectors, which means you don't have to take your shoes off. You don't have to take anything off. You just kind of walk through, and it's so much better than the regular. I had to go through the regular one the other day because the pre-check one was closed. Oh, it took me 3 tries because they were like, you have to take your stuff out of your pockets. I'm like, sorry, I'm pre-check. I don't know these things. You have to take your shoes off. You take this off. Anyway, but here's the tip. At full price, it's $169. No, they pay for one. I think it was $179 actually. I think it's $179. But if you sign up for a United Airlines frequent flyer program, you don't have to even fly them. I've flown United once in my entire life. They have a special offer where, as a member of United's frequent flyer program, it's $119, and you can add another member for $50. So you can add, I added Todd, and so both of us got Clear because it came in under or at the same amount as they were reimbursing my card for. And kids under 18, if you're flying with a parent, they get to do it for free. So anyway, a little pro tip there for y'all. Yeah. And then I'm going to save the last topic for tomorrow because it needs more than a minute of conversation. Marty, do you have any other comments? I'm still alive, right? The last comment came through about 5 minutes ago that I see. So Mom is saying kiss the face thigh, so we're wrapping up. Just CarrieKnows.com renewed yesterday. That's what you need to do instead of Food Sparks. Just do Carrie Knows. And then your problem is solved, Carrie, with all of that domain stuff. Let's work on that. And I need a drink. I do need a drink. And I may drink a little earlier. It's almost 5. I mean, it's 5. So And great pro tip. Thank you, Sandy. You have to go to United, though, to sign up for it. All righty. Well, with that, I'm going to say bye. Carrie is not sure if she's going to be on tomorrow. She has a doctor's appointment, an ill-timed. She does not look at her schedule when she does these things. Doctor's appointment tomorrow. And so she's not sure she'll be out in time. So if she's here, she's here. If she's not, you'll get me. And with that, I'm going to say bye. I love you. It's important to know you were loved. I love that you watch this. Thank you for the therapy every day. And I will just see you tomorrow for another episode of Cooped Up Live. Shit, I say. Talk to you later. Bye.